Evening. Let me get my camera all fixed up here. So how is everyone doing today? So I want to appreciate and thank everyone for taking the time to come out on this Friday afternoon about 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Might be a little different time or dark or morning wherever you are in our small little world. But again, a big shout out and thank you for coming. If this is your first time watching this or coming here live, we want to thank you, give you a special warm welcome. You'll note on the left-hand side of your screen, probably your right hand, on your screen, left on mine, is a chat box. And you'll see people's names in there, and you can type it. At the bottom of the corner, you'll see at the bottom of the screen, an actual chat box where you can type in your questions live. Also, if you have a question, just highlight that, and we'll notice that question helps us signify it. Without further ado, we got one other small favor we're going to ask you. If you can go ahead and put this little annoying device on mute or sound off so you don't get distracted, let me go ahead and turn mine off so it doesn't turn that off. Get a pen and paper, write down those questions you might have, and we'll be happy to answer them at the end of our presentation. We got some really exciting stuff to share with you. And I think you guys will understand and see why we're so excited about what we're sharing here and how it's really affecting people's lives every single day. Weekends are a little slower, but weekdays, whoa. So without further ado, Mike, why don't we get started, okay? So guys, what we're going to be sharing with you today is how you can actually earn approximately a 0.8% a day, all the way up to 2.5% every single weekday of the week. And this is on what's autopilot, what we call passive income, or I like to refer to as mailbox money. A real quick brief summary of what we're going to be covering. We're going to be covering a little bit about the management of the company, who, what, where, and how they operate. How does a company actually generate revenue? We're going to cover 13 different ways they do this. Then we're going to give you some due diligence that we have performed. And of course, we always recommend that you do your own due diligence. The other mistake that I seen on my PowerPoint, there are 13 options to choose from, and we'll be sharing those with you. And then if this is something that fits what you're looking for, your risk profile, as they call them, we'll share with you the easy steps to get started up and running. And really how our team is really committed over the next 90 days to really help you end 2020 very strong, and then hit 2021 with your on the ground running. We'll give you a brief summary how all this ties together, and then we'll get into a quick Q&A session and make sure we answer all of your questions. First of all, we need to make sure everyone understands, like anything you do, there are risks involved. And we want to make sure we're compliant with all the government rules and regulations, and making sure everyone understands there is a risk involved with pretty much anything you do. Mike?
Yep. So the information in this presentation is for educational purposes only, and is not an investment or financial advice. Neither Mike nor myself are financial advisors. We'll leave that up to you. The crypto and passive income industry is risky, and you should only invest the amount you can afford to lose. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Any presentations, videos, webinars, email, or social media posts are basically our opinions, and they're based on our experiences, which are working for us at this particular time. Please understand this before you invest your time, energy, etc. Do your research before investing or parting ways with your hard-earned money.
So guys, we're going to be talking about a company, Wiseling. Now this opportunity is fairly new. They launched in the summer of 2021 worldwide. Currently, they have about 17,000 associates, and in about 35 different countries. You can see here in the United States and Europe, as far as Asia, Eastern Europe, and even South America and Africa. They are a worldwide opportunity that is growing by leaps and bounds. The beautiful thing about Wiseling is they give you opportunities and options. Options, options, options. One of the first options you can do is either or both. They have both a passive side and an active side where you can share it. If you're just looking for the mailbox money, as I call it, the passive side, Wiseling has something for you. Absolutely. If you're looking to share it a little bit with a few friends, just showing what I'm doing, Wiseling will reward you for sharing it with your friends, your families, and coworkers, and so forth. And excellent, two options here, either or both. Now, what are the benefits of participating with Wiseling? Well, you get to choose from 13 different asset options. There's a lot of companies out there doing Forex right now or doing crypto, and they'll do one or the other. They're a one horse or one pony show, as they say. Here with Wiseling, you have options. You have actually 13 different asset options to choose from to fit your risk profile. Members earn anywhere from 0.8% all the way up to 2.75% per day passively. Most deposit terms or contracts only range from as short as 16 days just to 42 days. There's a lot of companies out there that have what's called packages. And that while there are some great companies offering these opportunities, generally speaking, the packages are long-term commitments, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, a year or longer. The beautiful thing about here with Wiseling, excuse me guys, is got a little Malamute girl who's creating little problems here. There she goes. As I was saying, the beautiful thing about Wiseling, instead of those long-term contracts, here they run as 16 to 42 days. The nice thing about those contracts we were talking about long-term, at the end of it, you generally have a decision to make whether you want to get in or get out. You've been paid over a period of time your profits, and now you got to renew that license, which is great. Here, you actually get your deposit back to you. Plus, you get to keep the rewards in a couple of the asset options that we're about to share with you. So your funds aren't tied up for very long at all. At the end of the term, you, like I said, on some of the assets, if you choose, you can have 100% of your principal actually back to you in your hands. And then you can, again, make a decision. Should I continue? Maybe make another contract, another lock-in period for 16 days or 42 days, or withdraw and walk away. Totally up to you. You have options. You can redeposit it as often as you wish, and in many different assets you wish. You can have this one, that one, 2 in the one, 5 in the other, 6 in one. And actually, that's what I've done, and I'll share that with you and show you my account. You can withdraw your funds at the end of the term when it returns your principal, but you can withdraw your principal at the end of the contract, of course, like I said. But you can withdraw your rewards each and every day, Monday through Friday. They don't work on the weekends. And as little as $1 you can withdraw it. Or in the BTC amounts, that is 0.00014 in BTC you must have to withdraw. This is the shocking part. Those who've been familiar with a lot of companies, there are some companies out there charging 20, 30% to get your funds out. Ridiculous. Here, there's absolutely no fees to get started and no fees of any kind to withdraw at all. They don't even charge you blockchain fees. The company picks that up themselves. What a wow effect there. Now, this is a real company, guys, and this is probably the number one question we get asked 100 times. How do you know it's real, and how do I know I'll get my money back? Everyone asks that. That's the elephant in the room, as they say. Guys, Wiseling is a 5-year-old company that's located and registered in Helsinki, Finland. In June of 2020, they went public. Prior to that, they were a private trading club. And in June of 2020, after working on it the previous several months, a year, according to the CEO's story, it took them that long to get all the licenses and permits and the insurance and everything in place. They were able to go public in June of 2020. They began their investment platform to outside members, like I said, in June 2020. They currently now actually have over 500 employees with only over 90 traders, and they have a team of analysts and 90 traders that work 24 hours a day, 5 days a week during the trading week. looking at opportunities for us to take advantage of. The company operates according to the European Union laws. Guys, this is huge. There's several unspoken rules out there in the network marketing industry. You'll notice that in the United States, very, very few companies operate within the United States. Our government is rather strict, has some really strict laws. For good or bad, that is a fact. And here, they have extreme consumer protection laws when it deals with financials. So it's very hard for a company to meet those requirements. European Union, same way. Most of the times you'll find these companies in Eastern Europe or in the island Pacific, in the Atlantic Ocean on a small island, or in Asia, for example, Malaysia, Singapore. They have more lax laws here. The European Union is very strict. And that adds to your advantage here with Wiseling because they're operating under the European Union laws. They have actually provided, for example, their VAT license. What a VAT license is, it basically verifies that Wiseling has been paying taxes. Think about all the opportunities you may have joined over the last few years. How many of them actually talked about them making a profit and then paying taxes on those profits? Wiseling's been doing that, and this is their VAT license number. You can go to the European Union license site and actually verify this. Also, they provide insurance on your principal. Here in the United States, that is a process that just doesn't happen. In the European Union, I understand it's more common. And with Wiseling, for larger deposits of $20,000 or more, a single deposit, they will actually insure that principal. And it's done through a company in the UK, and we have all the documentation from that insurance provider that's licensed in the United Kingdom. And we have examples of the insurance policies, and we actually currently have a few members are actually under that policy correctly because they have deposited more than $20,000. And all this is on sites that we can share you. We'll share with you the UK-based insurance documents as well as this is just an amazing what this is. A lot of people always ask these companies that's trading crypto or trading Forex, can you show me some examples of your trades? Or can you show me your trading account? Or can you show me this? Or can you show me that? A lot of those times, some companies are a little hesitant. Other times you'll see someone with one screen or something showing you trade. Guys, that doesn't mean they're actually trading. I mean, if you really think about it, that can be manipulated, faked out. I mean, just because some guy's in an account for 1 hour, does that mean the whole company's trading? And where do you take your trust? Here, Wiseling provides an actual profit and loss statement. Again, looking back at the company, when you went to join a company, how many of them could show you that they were making profit? Because unless a company's making profit, they're not going to be around. A company cannot sustain itself unless there's profit. And in the European Union, they're required to file a profit and loss statement every 6 months. And how do they file it? They must get a third party, an independent third party, a CPA auditing firm to come in and verify everything is true. And they filed what's called the profit loss statement. Well, we have 3 of them. The auditing firm that came in was Ernst & Young. And Mike, these guys are, Ernst & Young is kind of well known, aren't they?
Yeah, I would say so. They are one of the top 3 CPA firms in the world, and the Ernst & Young European group, what they call global group, I think, is the one that did the actual auditing on Wiseling.
And how do we know this? Well, it's real simple. Their seal is on the profit and loss statements. And someone said, well, those can be fake. Well, you know, maybe they can. But when someone called Ernst & Young and asked if Wiseling was a client, they confirmed that. So guys, real impressive. The CEO and vice chairman are very visible and active. This is the CEO, Matthias Lapo. He's the CEO and founder. He was schooled in Finland at the Helsinki University. He went to school twice. He talks about it in his story. The first time he went there, He didn't do too hot. He just didn't know what he was doing, where he was going, what he was going to study. After a few months, said, hasta la vista. Like a lot of young folks, they're just not sure. Then he came back a little while later and decided to go into law and studied law at Helsinki University, and then got into banking, where he learned the trade that he's leading now, and how the finances work and all that. And you can read all of this talks about, but what Wiseling does, they provide a financial service in trading. Not only, guys, here's the powerful thing, not only in the Forex market, but also the stock market, the commodity exchanges, the futures, medical and IT industries, as well as over 500 cryptocurrencies. A lot of these companies, as I said, they're very narrow focused. They got one or two things. So they can give these, when the market's hot on one thing, they give pretty decent returns. And other times the market's chilled. They cannot sometimes provide consistency of high-end returns. By having more options, obviously you have more returnable options. And they talk about their strategies here. And you're more than welcome to review this video and come back to it. The benefits of working with Wiseling, they have mobile apps that you can download from the App Store. Their security, they have over, they said here 15,000. Now I think they're approaching 20,000 active. They got investors that they provide insurance for. And they have a support system that is unparalleled. And the exchange, here's something in their back office. If you're trying to take crypto to dollars or dollars into something else and withdraw it, you can easily do that. They don't even charge you. I've never seen a company not try and take advantage of people converting. They don't even bother with that. Guys, a lot of options here. This is the app, and you're more than welcome to review it. You can go to the Android store. I don't know about Apple. I don't have an Apple phone. So you can stay connected with your account 24 hours a day. Let's talk about the investment options, or what we call the reward options here in the United States. Guys, just remember, there's no guarantee in this. Just because a return is one day, it's going to fluctuate. It is real trading, but there are a lot of options here. First of all, as I said, you have both the passive side and the rewards. The passive side and the referral side. Guys, don't close your mind out to the referral side. It can open up a lot of doors for you by just sharing what you're doing, especially when you see how easy this is. So let's talk a little bit about the deposits and the passive side. As I said, there's three different avenues you have here. You have cryptocurrency, you have commodities, and you have what's called fiat. In the fiat area, the fiat assets, you have fiat currency, which is the entry level, okay? Fiat currency is the entry level. You can get started, as you see here, as little as $50. And you can earn anywhere from 0.8% a day all the way up to 1.3% every single day, Monday through Friday. Guys, and this deposit is locked in, meaning you can't withdraw your principal, but you can get your rewards every single day and withdraw it as long as that's over $1. You can get started in the fiat section, the fiat currency level, from anywhere from $50 up to $3,000. And this lock-in period is only 16 days, 16 business days. So 3 weeks and 1 day, then your funds are unlocked and they're placed back into your wallet that you could withdraw, or decide, you know what, that was a pretty profitable 3 weeks. I'm going to renew that contract, renew that, and get it again. So you're able to get several of these if you want. These last for 16 days, and you earn between 0.8 to 0.3. They can start as little as $50 and go up to $3,000. After $3,000 above, you have another option with Wiseling. And this is an example of the back office, and we'll show this here. Now, for example, when this picture was taken, this screenshot, what you see here is the asset level. This is the entry level fiat currency. This day, because this is good for 24 hours, this day it earned 0.84%. Like I said, it ranges from 0.84 all the way up to 1.3. So if you wanted to kind of get an idea of what you're going to do, you can put in your deposit amount. In this example, you'll see $1,000 typed in there. That does not mean they're going to earn that amount every single day, but it gives you an idea of a range, okay? And you'll see if it was 0.84, which it was this day, if you had 1,000, you would earn $8.40 every single day. At the end of the 16 days, if it stayed this every day, which it's probably not going to do, you would have $134.40 in profit. And yet at the end of the 16-day period, you would get your profit and you would get your deposit back, and that would be right here, $1,134. Now, there's a next level, and that is called Forex. And Forex, you need a minimum of $3,000 to get started. But what's interesting about this level, that's the next level, you'll notice it, instead of starting at 0.8, this one starts at 1.1 and goes up to 1.6, but it's for 24 days. And that's how it works. At the end of 24 days, you get your principal back. The next level is called the stock market. Again, notice 1.3 to 1.8. It went up even higher. This one is good for 30 days. The minimum to get started on this is $15,000. Then they have, whoops, I went a little far here, excuse me. They have what's called the commodity. And this is where they work with the commodities. This contract is locked in for 36 days, which is a little over 7 business weeks. And you earn between 1.5 to 2% a day. The minimum to use this is $50,000. And last but not least, they have what's called the futures. This is good for about 2 months. And you can see it earns between 1.8 to 2.4% per day. The minimum is $150,000. That is the fiat assets. Now you can actually work with crypto. The advantages some people feel on crypto is when you work with another program, just as what we were talking about, let's say the assets we were just covering, you can put crypto in, but then it's converted to fiat and it does this trading. And then when you get paid that current amount of crypto, whatever the current value is. With the Bitcoin or the crypto asset category, let's say you put in a half a Bitcoin, it stays a half a Bitcoin and it trades at that value. So then when you get paid when it comes out, you're getting a half a Bitcoin. Now, like, let's just use an example of a month ago, that would have been worth a half a Bitcoin right now. About a month ago, Bitcoin was, we'll say it was at, I think it was 10.5. We'll just use 10,000 for sake of argument. A half a Bitcoin would have been worth $5,200. Today, Bitcoin's at 15,000. It went up over 50% in a month. So you would still have half a Bitcoin. That would be worth, well, $7,500 plus all your rewards you did. Some people who really like to hodl, it's called, would find this interesting. Here, it's slightly different. You have your 3 packages, red, entry level, white, red, and black. You'll notice to get started, you just need 0.01%, which right now is about $150 worth of Bitcoin. Each day for 100 days, you will get 1% of your invested Bitcoin returned to you. So over 100 days, you will receive 100% of your Bitcoin back. That's yours. On top of that, you will get 1% a day in profits. So you would actually have doubled your Bitcoin in one commitment cycle, which is 100 days. Now, that's getting started with 0.01. If you go to the red offer, same length of time, but it pays out basically 140% profit because 1% of that is your earnings coming back. But for people who like to grow their crypto, to multiply their crypto, who believes crypto is going to go up in value, which in the last month it has, this is an excellent plan to get started on this one. This level, the red package, it's 5 Bitcoin. And basically you can see if you put in, X amount of Bitcoin, 5, you're actually getting a lot more back. Over here, this is the black, same amount of time locked in. This takes a little more Bitcoin to lock in at that contract price, but it pays out even more. Then there's ETH, Ethereum, another level, same levels. If someone likes to grow their Ethereum portfolio, there's a white, red, and black packages, same time frames. And obviously the amount to start with ETH is 0.5 here, 200 and 700 ETH. Last but not least, there is the industrial assets. These pay a phenomenal amount of return, but again, they're locked in even longer. There's the medical industry. These guys have given examples of some of the industries they have taken part in. And if anyone, unless they've been on a small planet outside of our solar system in the last 6 months, they know the medical industry can be very profitable, especially in these challenging times. Here, you make your deposit for 180 days. You cannot get access to any of your profits or earnings till the contract expires, which is 180 days, which is about 7 months. But you will earn 2.7% a day, and the minimum to get started is $500. Last but not least, they have the IT industry. This one is locked in for 200 days, which is about 10 months. It pays 3% a day. You start with $50 million as minimum. You'll earn at the end of that time $350 million. These are the options you have with Wiseling. The documentation this is really something that is just blows our mind whenever we look at this. We have more documentation here, more proof of who they are, what they're doing, and how respected they are than I've ever had in any company we've done. This is the European VAT license that we talked about, the EU, as we call it. I'm sure you know that. You can go and verify the VAT licenses there. We have done it. We've seen this. This is all on the site. We'll give you the quarterly reports, profit loss statements from everything they do, from the insurance that they pay to their employee salary, to the landlords, to the lights, the gas, the water. Everything is recorded here. What is really interesting here is on the last report, you'll see the extraordinary amount of money that they've earned in, I believe it was August. Just a crazy amount. And the amount they paid out to affiliates, they list that amount in a certain category. Then the amount they earned. And then, of course, you have to deduct all their expenses, which are considerable when you consider all the expenses they had, 500 employees and all these assets that they had to pay, but they still made $10 million that month. Guys, the money here is just phenomenal what they're doing. And there's 3 of them. It shows all their profit loss. It shows the charities they're involved in, the organizations they're supporting, a lot to charts and graphs, as you can say. This is the insurance, Parker & Lawson. This is based in the UK. This is not your typical insurance. Some people say, well, I don't think this is commercial insurance. It is not consumer-based insurance. This is commercial-based insurance. They're basically ensuring that Wiseling will pay their dividends or pay their returns. And this comes with any account of $20,000 or greater. This is the stamp on the bottom of the profits and loss statement that we talked about, and we'll show you here. It's Ernst & Young seal. The referral program, guys, is pretty amazing, pretty simple. There's a video there that explains it, but it works like this. Someone comes in, you're automatically what is called a status 1. You start out at level 1. And if you share with someone, you get 4% of whatever they decide to start with. And then if they come in or your team builds up to $2,000 in total deposits that's working, let's say you had 2 people come in with $2,000, 1 person come in with $1,000, 4 people come in with $500. They're all the same, $2,000. So your rank would go up to status level 2, which is 6%. So now if your neighbor who you just brought in goes out and refers someone themselves, they're at status level 1, right? They would earn that 4%. You are at 6%, so 4% comes off of yours because your team members already referred someone and gotten paid. You catch the balance. So, and it goes all the way up to status level 12. This is a site, and you can go to it. It is the wiselingdreamteam.com. wiselingdreamteam.com. It has a wealth of information on there. From what you see here, our interview, we actually had an interview with the CEO. I highly recommend you watch one of the webinars on the site. It's the first one they did, where he talks about the future plans of Wiseling, some amazing plans and things already set in motion. There's a tour of the office where he gives, as well as a personal message guaranteed from his parents as well. On top of that, we have a lot of documentation that we talked about. We have the VAT license there. We have the insurance documents there. We have the CP profit loss statements there. Everything is there for you to actually not only view, but you can actually download. There's several helpful videos there. One on how to create an account, how to get started. Guys, our team here, this is our commitment to you guys. And I'm sure a lot of people are thinking, wow, this sounds really cool. This sounds like it might be something I want to do. But why join the Dream Team? Why join us? What's the difference, guys? If you haven't noticed, we are really focused. We've learned something over the years. If we help enough people become successful, we will become successful, guys. And we have a lot of people that make a lot of money with this. They'll go out and buy the fancy car, the fancy house, take the fancy trips and all that stuff. We, on the other hand, of course, we enjoy what we do that, but we also reinvest in our business to help our team. We have spent over $100,000 over the past few years acquiring software, tools, and systems and designing them. We got a very active Facebook group. We do this is special webinar material, that actual software we own. And we do these weekly informational webinars 3 times a week. We have weekly trainings that are going to start next week on Thursdays for Wiseling. We basically focus on creating systems and automation for our members to help them maximize what they're doing. And we'll be sharing those starting next week. We got a team marketing system and team co-op system, as well as a Dream Team Mastermind. Now, our Mastermind training is open to anyone. And guys, I don't care if you own a boutique shop, a barber shop, a daycare center, working from your home, doing taxes, whatever the case may be. The Mastermind training that we hold on Saturdays is applicable to any business out there that needs leads. Pretty much anyone. We'll show you how to use Facebook, how to use the social sites, how to use social media to leverage and get clients. The training is going to cover a wide range of material, from how to do live streaming videos. I don't care if you're afraid of them, how to promote Facebook live events with a few clicks of the mouse, how to drive traffic to these, how to create a simple YouTube channel and use those videos that you created in Facebook. Now use them on YouTube. You don't even have to create new videos. We're going to give you graphics, optics that you can use in email and videos as well, that constantly are posted in our Facebook group. We're also going to give you access, guys, to our co-op. For those who want to build this and, get a few leads by sharing it with their friends or whatever the case may be, we are actually going to give you access to our team co-op and lead system, where we'll actually generate leads, come to your site, and ask what this is all about. Guys, with Wiseling, it is truly possible that with us you can achieve that financial dream. I believe that now more than ever. And so let us show you one other thing real quick before we get into the back office here. And let me stop sharing my screen here. Let me go here and show you my account. Let me log in real quick. Okay, first thing I want to show you is our Fast Start page that I was sharing to you. Since this, if you're in the United States, because of our government rules and regulations, you have to use what's called the VPN. They cost money, $50-$60 a year. I've used a paid one. I've also used a free one on a browser called Opera. The difference is it's really slow. But if you're not using it all the time, it's no big deal. It really depends on what your preference is. I'm showing you on Opera, so it's taking a few minutes here to load up. But let me show you. This is our Fast Start page where we just shared with you all the information. You can actually go there and download it. You can go here, You can see all the information. Let me see here. Yep. Let me go here. I'm sorry, it's Wiseling Dream Team. I typed in the wrong domain. This is how you build something we have. We have a couple different sites for our team. Here you go. You can opt in information here. Let me just opt in my name real quick here. It just allows you to get in there. And so here, this is the information we're sharing on this site. It's a quick summary here. We talk about it, what we're doing here. And here's the message, the introduction to the CEO introducing himself, an office tour. Here's the profit and loss statements that I was talking about. You can click on this. It opens up the page here, and it downloads the PDF. I don't want to do that because it's going to be slow on this. Here's the VAT license. You can see the insurance documents. This is us doing an interview with Matthias right here. This is a webinar. I definitely recommend you watch that. And here's how you create an account. And here's some recent withdrawals that our team members have made, as well as some deposits our team members have made. Here's a little FAQ. And if you still have questions, you can join our Facebook group, come to our next webinar, which you're on right now, and join our Telegram channel. Here you can click free account. When you click on this, it's going to tell you to get back with the person which shared this information with you. And if you live in the United States, how to get the VPN, how to set it up, how to deposit your funds, how to choose one of the options, and then to get plugged in. And then if you really want to build
deposit or add funds to your Wiseling account.
Yes.
First of all, on the basic screen.
Oh, Mike, I thought you were talking. Jesus, that was the video playing. Okay, let me go into my Wiseling account real quick and show you. Here's my account. And you can see I got paid today. Woohoo! I'm very happy. Every day it's mailbox money. Who doesn't like passive income? Let me go into my deposits and show you what I've done. As you can see, like I said, you can have multiple contracts running. I have quite a few. I'll go to the second page because they're the oldest. This was the one I started. Forex market, I made a deposit of $3,146. So far, I've made $666 on $3,146. You can go here. This contract or package will expire in 9 days. So then in 9 days, this $3,146 will be up here. And I can either withdraw it or renew it. This one over here, I did another day. This one was done on a Saturday. This was done on a Sunday. So they actually didn't start till Monday because it's business days. And that's why you'll see here the different time frame, the 16th and the 17th, but both of them have 9. And this one was a little bit more money. I've earned $740. This one I did another investment. I put some more money in, and as you can see, I was pretty happy. So I dropped another $10,000 in. I did this on the 19th, like I think it was a Tuesday, if I recall. And it's been going now. This is 10 days I have left. There's a total of 24 days, so we're talking 2 weeks or 14 business days this has been running, and I've earned just shy of $2,000. So let's go back to the front page. This one I just renewed. You can see it here. This one is actually I bought yesterday, but if you look at the time, I purchased it at $22.49, which is in about, I'm going to guess in about an hour and a half Finland time. So in about an hour and a half, I will earn my profits. You get your profits from your contract 24 hours after the effect. And that's what you see over here, why you see so many for today. For example, if we run the account, you'll see a whole bunch. Different times that these contracts were purchased, 24 hours it comes in like a constant cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And you'll see that, for example, this one has 16 days left because it's just going to have its first profit day because I bought it yesterday in about an hour. For example, we'll go down here to the later one. This one I deposited when I first started out. I made $248 that day. I bought a little fiat package, and this one has only 4 days left before it matures. And so you can see the different things. So you can go here, and here's all my little cha-chings. You can see this one at $22.40, $22.30, $3, $2.46, $1.72. And really, if you want to withdraw or to you can renew it because I have money in my wallet. I can go down here, open deposit. Here, you see, like, remember I showed you 0.84? Well, today we got paid 1.16 for fiat level, for that level. And so let's just say you put in $1,000. Today I would have earned $11.60 on that $1,000. Now, over the time of the 16 days, this is an estimate, guys, because what will happen is this number will change. It will not stay the same for all 16 days. I guarantee you it's going to be higher. Some days it's going to be lower. Where I'm at, I have went in, you saw I have 4 deposits in the Forex contract area. I have 4 of them, various sizes, but you need a minimum of 3,000. So if you put 3,000 in here, just use that for an example, you would earn $34.80, but it would mature in 16 days. This would have been your profit if it stays the same, which it won't, and this is the total. Down here, if you put the same 3,000 in, it goes a little longer before you get your principal back, but you would earn that much. You see the difference here. So it really depends on what you're willing to do. Then you can go down here. Now, there's the crypto, and you can see the crypto, and there's the industry. For example, this one, the lady who shared this with me, she bought one of these packages. No, actually, she bought one of these packages. I forgot. I'm sorry. The futures market, which I talked about. She put in 150,000. 150,000. This is for 40 days, 42 days. She's earning today, because this number will again change a little bit. That was her profit today. Withdrawals are really, really simple. And you always want to withdraw. You don't always want to compound. You want to make sure that you're been. So you go up here, I got money. This is what I made today, so I'm going to do a withdrawal right now. So here's the money, because when you create an account, you put it in your wallet. So my wallet is already locked in. So I'll just put my withdrawal amount, $329. I want all my money. I hit this little button. I think I put out $3.29. Well, that was a mistake. So I'm going to do 2 withdrawals. You can do multiples. We've done it. And now, Mike, you've done this. Pretty much depends on the time of the day. If you do it in the morning, you have it in the afternoon. Sometimes if you do it later in the afternoon, you might not have it in the morning, because it's pretty late in Finland, right?
Right, exactly, because it's, 7-8 hours difference. So typically, I mean, I think the first time I did it, it took a couple hours, and but they say up to 48, but I've never seen it take that long.
So guys, that's it. Pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. Let me go ahead and log out here, log out there, close all this stuff here, and get to any questions we have. Let me turn off my screen here. Cancel. Turn on my screen. There we go. So guys, appreciate your time. We'll see you on the next webinar, and have a great weekend. But most importantly, get back with the person that shared this with you.